Hello students, today I am going to demonstrate to you how to use pointers. Let us recall that pointers are variables that are pointing another variable. Pointers have the value of the address of the variable they are pointing to. To declare a pointer variable, we need to write the data type and then asterisk and the pointer variable name. So let's say xptr. So again, we have declared an int pointer because we are going to point xptr to an integer variable. So let us declare an integer variable. So we have int x and then assign a value of 5. Okay, so what happens here is as we declare a variable, a memory will be allocated to a variable. For example, I declare x. Somewhere in our computer memory, x has an address. So this address is unique. So let's say it has an address. Okay, so let's assume that its address is 2145. So this is just an assumption of address. And then its value is 5. The same happened to our pointer variable. Okay, so we have pointer xptr. So this one will be stored in the memory and it has its own address. So this one is our xptr. And it has also its own address. So let us just say that it is 2148. So now, what we have to do is to assign a value of xptr. So since we want to point xptr to x, we have to write down xptr equal to and sign x. So this and x will give the address of our x, so which is 2145. So therefore, the value of our xptr will be 2145. Okay, so let's write down 2145. This one is the address of our variable x. So now that we have pointed our pointer to the variable x, we can now access the value of x. So how are we going to do that? We can simply use asterisk and the pointer variable name. Okay, so let's print f this one %d and then xptr. Okay, so what value do we expect? So we are expecting that this one will have an output of 5. xptr. Okay, sorry, xptr. Okay, so we have the value of 5 because we are using this asterisk xptr. So how about I want to display the value of our xptr? So we can just simply write asterisk d and then xptr. So what will be the output of this statement? The output of this statement must be 2145. must be the address of our x. Okay, so let us also display the address of our x. So and x. So let's put this value of xptr and then address of x. Okay, so we put an assumption that the address of x is 2145 here in the illustration. However, it differs depending on our computer. Okay, so let's run this one. So this value must be equivalent to this value. Okay, so let's add a line. Okay, so here it is. So the first line is the value of xptr, which is 6356728. So that is the value of our pointer xptr. And then we have the address of x is 6356728. This is the same as the value of xptr, since we are expecting that the value of our xptr is just the same as the address of our variable x. So since we have a direct access to variable x via using our pointer xptr, we can also change its value. I'll remove this. Okay, so for example, I want to change the value of x. Okay, so we have here at line number 5 that x is equal to 5. And then I pointed the pointer xptr to our variable x. So what I will do here at line number 8 is I want to change the value of x using our pointer variable. Okay, so to do so, we write this code and then the new value that I want to assign to our x. Okay, so again, this line will change the value of our x. Okay, so we have printf %d and x. Okay, so first we have the value of x as 5, and then we change this value of x using our xptr or our pointer variable. We change this as 10, so we are expecting a value of 10. Okay, so we have the value of 10. Pointers can also point other pointers. For example, we have a character pointer of string. So let's say it's a pointer string and it is pointing hello world. Okay, so this hello world was stored somewhere in the computer's memory. Okay, so this value is hello world. This value is hello world, and it has its own address. Now the string, this variable, this pointer variable, has its own memory allocation and it has its own address, and this is pointer string, And the value of this string and the value of this pointer variable is the address of this hello world. Okay, so this one will be the value of our pointer string. So next, we have to declare a double pointer. So let's call this one string 2, and it will be pointing to string variable. So it will be pointing to our pointer variable. So we have to give the address of our pointer variable string to our double pointer. So now that we created a variable, a double pointer variable, so let's give another color. So this one has also its own memory allocation somewhere in our computer, and it has its own address. So this one is the double pointer. I will just write S2 here, but this one stands for string 2. Okay, so what will be the value? So the value is the address of string. So again, when we put and sign before our variable name, it gives the address of this variable. Okay, so since we give the address of variable, so the value for this double pointer will be the address of pointer string. Okay, so the value will be the address of pointer string. So how are we going to access this string? How are we going to access this pointer using this double pointer that we have declared? So we will just use pointer, and then so we will just parentheses and then pointer string 2. This is lowercase. Okay, so this one we can access our pointer. Okay, so we will use that by printf. So let's printf. Let's just remove this first. Erase. Okay, so I will just print module s for our string, and then we will have open close parentheses asterisk str string 2. Okay, so what is the expected value? The expected value will be the hello world. Okay, so again, why? Because our so this pointer is change color. Why? Because this pointer is pointing this one, while this pointer is pointing to this character values. Okay, so let's try to run the codes. Okay, so we have it. We have hello worlds. So open on Jupyter. Okay, so hello worlds. Okay, so that's all for our pointer. Next video, I am going to demonstrate how to use the pointer as a value to be passed to your function. Okay, so that one is called pass by reference. See you in the next video.